Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Rimworld and to the colony in a... Well, I mean, it's not really a state, if you will. I mean, I guess it is in a state, but it's getting better, okay? Right. In this part of the episode, we are just going to go over some of the things we did in the last one, just to make sure I did them the right way. And the first thing we want to do is make sure that those are made of marble and not slate, because slate is in somewhat short supply. Next up, do we actually have any slate in there? No, we do not. Well, that is a bit of an issue, frankly, a bit of an issue. Lichen covered dirt all the way across to the marsh over there. Well, have we got lichen covered dirt? Yeah, we could make a connection over there. We would be able to push enemies through an area at this side, if we particularly wanted to. At the moment, I'm not entirely certain that we do. I kind of like having this there for now. I could force enemies to approach more from this direction, so they were definitely right at the front there. Well, actually, by the time they reach this point, this is really going to have to be our killing area. This whole area here is going to be exposed. So, realistically speaking, this point would be where, if they've gotten this far, we're going to be fighting for the colony. The colony is now directly under attack, and we need to deal with that. But we may be able to squeeze in a bit of a forward line of defense out here if we really want to. We're going to have a think about that one. There's quite a lot of marsh around here that's going to make it difficult to connect up. We'll see what we can do for that. Alright, Wilson, could you go and please have a chat with Nobu? There we go. Now, I've read some of the comments on the previous episode at this point, and a lot of people saying, but you almost forgot compassion. If only I hadn't. Alas, poor compassion. Right, let's have a look here. But honestly, we were in such a state towards the end that it was just a case of us trying to get out. I actually looked for compassion in the list, but I just must have read past their name, which is quite sad when you think about it, but oh well. Alright, let's see. What would we like to move? Oh, we can get rid of the bedroll. I suppose we can move that out, sure. What other things we would like to move? We would like to shift the timberwolf skin, pig skin, hair leather, goat hide, sure, and the Arctic fox skin. I would like to purchase pretty much all of your components if I can. Everything else is alright. Actually, we'll get rid of the insect meat. No one's really going to want to buy to eat that, so we'll shift that. In exchange, we'll take as much warg meat as it can offer us. Seems well, actually, no. Let's go for the bear meat rather than the warg meat. Don't want to be insensitive. We will then take as much rat meat as we can. Let's go for about 50. And then dial it back a little bit. There we go. That'll do. It's a reasonable trade, I think. Right, now, one of the things I would like to do here, before we start moving things around, I want to set up a system of multiple areas built up for storage of food for our animals before it gets into the main freezer. I want to make sure that our animals have a decent amount of food stockpiled for them that goes to a place where they have access and continually gets topped up as and when needed. Right, they are almost here. It doesn't look like Dark Aavak is in a berserker rage anymore, which is always very, very good to see. What I would like to do is build... sure, we'll build 3 of these out there. Let's go ahead and get that set up and running. There we go, and we'll allow a bit of time to pass. We should probably get this in, though. rather than just leaving it out there for the time being. Let's just shift that in as quick as you can, please. There we go. Caravan 1 has arrived at Serenity. Hooray! And there is a bear just eating an Arctic wolf. Well, since you're here, might as well. Right, horror story. Open fire. There's the pups over there. Keep it up. How much wounds can it take before you down it? Keep going. Dark Aavak will step in if needed. And it is down. Very well. Finish off the grizzly. We'll also like that to be taken. So, horror story, on your way, could you please haul the Arctic wolf? And we'll set that up as well. Dark Aavak, if you could haul it too. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic, in fact. That worked out remarkably well. We've also got a wounded animal down there as well that should be brought in. Okay, so we are actually having a nice little reunion here. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased, actually. Okay, now, let's have a quick look at this. How are we setting this one up for now? Well, we've got a couple of things that we can do. Right now we're making up to 100 simple meals. Honestly, we've got 10 people. It's 10 times the amount of simple. I don't think we need that many. Let's just say enough for 2 simple meals per day. I think that would be reasonable. Let's take that down to 50. And pause it at 20. No, actually, yeah, we'll take it all the way down and then we'll unpause it at 10. So once there's only 1 simple meal per day, unpause this and actually start producing. Or in fact, let's give it a little bit of a buffer at 25 and then we'll unpause at 15. Now, there's a specific reason why I'm going to be doing that one. Now, I want you to count items that the colonists are holding. Well, actually, no, not for this one. Not for this one. There we are. In specified stockpile will count towards the target. No, that's fine. We are good otherwise. And this is going to be a meal made of animal products. They can use milk. They won't be using fertilized eggs. They can use any of these, actually. Well, insect jelly, possibly not. But we'll set all of that up. Don't ask about these. Shush. You see nothing. Not yet, anyway. Actually, let's have a look at eggs. Yeah, any unfertilized egg is okay. Again, don't ask questions. Yep, still not seeing things. Human meat, no. Insect meat, no. But otherwise, everything else, okay. There we go. That will work. So, this will be simple meals. We'll call it basic. Basic meals. There we go. Now, fine meals. Again, we're going to go through the meat, and once again, worry not about the things you haven't yet got any information on. Shush. All unfertilized eggs, that's okay, and all of these different types of milk. Now, I will allow insect jelly for this one, I think. That's fine. This one is going to be called Fancy Noms. There we are. Now, this one, again, we don't necessarily want too many here. Let's dial that back down to 25. I don't think we need more than that. Let's try and keep our food wealth lower rather than high. Well, okay, actually, I'll allow that one to go up to 30. But I would like this to be unpaused at 15 again. Much the same way. I'm going to say that for this one... Well, this one has got a minimum food skill anyway, so 0 to 20 really doesn't matter. We'll allow that to go. We'll just unpause it at 15, that's fine. So there we are, fancy noms are set up. What are we doing? Not suspended, do until, take the best stockpile. That's all good. And then the Dark Aavak's fanciest noms. Pretty much all vegetables. We'll allow pretty much all of this. Yep, you're allowed to have that in it. But also, in terms of meat, the only thing you can have in it is human meat. So, yes. I could actually turn off all animal products, so it's just human meat and vegetables. You know what, sure. Dark Aavak's fanciest of fancy noms. You'll make 10 of them. You'll unpause at 5. That's cool. Now, the thing with this is there will be times when we have very limited supplies of anything. And at those points, I really... For example, if all we've got is insect jelly, then I would rather you make it into meals rather than just eat it with the insect jelly. Insect jelly is a poor example because insect jelly is actually fine for someone to eat by itself. So we're going to add a simple meal. Now, what? Extract milk from hybrid milks? Extract regular milk from hybrid milks, maintaining nutrition value but potentially losing special qualities. No. No. That's fine. Right, so what we want to do with the simple meal, this is going to be emergency supplies. Here we go. Now I want you to do this until there is at least one for each colonist. I want this to be maintained. As soon as there's less than 10, stop. Sorry, less than 10, make a new one. There will be no pausing when satisfied. Do count colonist items for this one though. Don't make more. If people are carrying meals, then don't make emergency supplies, because the thing with emergency supplies, make them out of absolutely anything you need to. Doesn't matter. If you can turn it into a meal, then turn it into a meal. There we go. And then this one is simply going to exist at the top. We should always have at least 10 meals. If we have less than that, then make it. And it doesn't matter what you're making it out of. Now then, we are going to need a few new things. Namely, we're going to need some new places for Dark. Yoko's pups. We're also going to want to add in a couple more of these spaces, I would say. There we go. That's all looking alright. Now this one is keeping the room at -5. This one is set to bring it to -1. So that one will only turn on if it's an emergency. This one will be the main one that's active, and it's going to be dumping its heat into the rest of the colony wherever it can. There we go. Dark's going to have a nice meal. Everyone's going to have a nice meal. And they're all going to sit down together. Oh, that's lovely. That is truly, actually, quite civilized, I must say. Quite civilized indeed. I approve. This one really shouldn't store packaged survival meals. Really shouldn't. Nor should it store nutrient paste. This should only be for things that will actually perish. So let's make sure that that happens, shall we? Oh, there we go. Alright. Not too bad. Now, I do want to try and get these rooms set up as soon as possible, actually. So, continue with the building there. We are going to build out... we'll probably have the doors there and there, I think. So we're going to want a regular door. And, of course, a vent. Right there. And naturally, we will also want a... let's find you... We want a large doormat. And it should be a blue doormat. There we go. It's going to look great. Rhapsody, straight on with the butchery. Well done. Very well done indeed. Now, we're going to wait until these are built. Once those are built, we're going to get on with a bit of work. Ooh, Dark Aavak has already finished some bricks. That's actually really, really good. Dark Aavak, could you please... still need more slate blocks. Well, keep up with the work for now. Ah, that was another thing I wanted to do here, actually. Emergency supplies. Grab this from anywhere. If there is food available on the map, get it. However, the others need to restrict it to just what's in here. Now, this is all going to come together once I actually implement what I'm working towards. So, don't worry too much if you don't understand why I'm not doing it, why I'm doing this just yet. It'll all become clear in a moment. Trust me. So, right now this kitchen will only take from the materials that we have in here. I would also very much like it if you could move these things as a large priority. This is currently set up as a critical storage space, which is fine. I would like this set to a preferred storage space. These will all be critical, and that is absolutely okay. So now, things are going to be stored in their storage bins as a priority. There we go. And how are things going down here? No, they're not going terribly, I suppose. Have we got the bricks? Well, it's probably going to take us a little while to get those bricks done. If I'm perfectly honest, it'll probably take us a while. Oh, on the plus side, you know, Dark Havoc's working things. Alright, Wilson. Look, Dark Aavak wasn't here. It's fine. But now he is. So skedaddle. Next, we want to make sure that Yoko and Chaos have these areas. And we are going to want Hitomi and Alberto. The twins there. And then, where are we? Hudson and Noah down here. There we go. That is fantastic. I'm so pleased. Actually, could we get everyone trained as it happens? Let's get them all trained. There we are. Perfect. Ooh, Janina just started up so... Really? Really? You started a social fight with Dark Aavak because he eats people. Well, I mean, to be fair, Dark Aavak did insult you. What, call yourself a warrior? You don't even eat people. How can you absorb their strength if you don't eat people, you fool? Okay, well, try not to kill her, please, Dark Aavak. I would appreciate that. It looks like you are just using your fists. And I do really appreciate it. You're malnourished, so Janina does actually stand a chance here. Let's actually see this combat. Okay, let's see. Has Dark Aavak actually taken a hit? Yeah, a bruise in the torso and a bruise... Wow, okay. You managed to punch him in the lung. You cracked his synthetic lung. Okay, well, no, you didn't punch him in the lung. You punched him in the body, but, you know, his lung is not just organic tissue at this point. There are some hard structures there that actually make the lung perform a little bit better. Some sleek curves, but, you know, there's just a little bit of a crack. But don't worry, it's made of organic matter. It's just not flexible like most tissues. It will heal itself in time. Or maybe we'll need to bandage it. But by contrast, there's quite a lot of punching. Oh, Janina, I feel that you may have bitten off a lot more than you could chew there. Wow. Okay, well, you still actually got in 2 solid punches. I'm actually reasonably impressed. Smashed Janina in the torso, knocking her off balance. Janina missed. Dark Aavak clobbered Janina with his head, wounded her. Wow. Okay, Dark Aavak, this escalated. I thought it was just fisticuffs, but no. I think Janina caught that Dark Aavak in a bit of a bad mood. Probably a little bit cranky from the whole not having eaten recently. So this escalated pretty quickly. Threw a punch and then headbutted her. Where did you headbutt her? You hit her in the arm without emotion though. I don't know. Maybe when it comes to fighting, Dark Aavak he's got this sort of cold detachment. Attempted to smash Dark Aavak with her head, but was deceived by Dark Aavak's feint. I love the combat tech. Dark Aavak used his mighty head to smash Janine, lacerating her nose in an explosion of... Okay, yeah, it got proper serious. Though I've got this image now that they could be punching, but they're just holding back. They're just instead... This is like some sort of comically macho anime right now. They're just standing there like mountains, just headbutting each other to see which one will break first. I'm going to stop reading there because I don't want to spoil that mental image. That's just too good. Right, let's see how the rest of this is going. That's just fantastic. Truly fantastic. We've got a lot of armor over there. I would like those smelted down, actually. Let's have a look. So, we're melting slag. That's fine. Add a build. Smelt. Doesn't look like I can break that down. Disassemble mechanoid should be a do forever task. What else can we do? High explosive shell. I would like a shield belt. I would very much like a shield belt for Dark Aavak, actually. What else can we make? Gas mask, minigun, sniper rifle. Yeah, we can make quite a lot, but a shield belt would be especially nice. Let's have a look at you. Shield belt requires 6 components, 50 plastic steel, and 50 uranium. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get, but it'll definitely be worth us getting. Have we got uranium? We've got enough. Huh. Yeah, we've got more than enough. Right, who's the best crafter in the colony? 11, 15, 14, 12. So, horror story. It's going to be you. There is a party, though. Horror story is throwing a party. Everyone who goes will enjoy... Oh, okay, then. Come to location. We'll wait on it. We're not going to spoil that. I think that's important. Duck. Oh, I thought you were eating your meds. You going to go to the party? No? Is the party over? Looks like the party's over. Well, in that case, then. Oh, no, you're... Oh, right, the party's actually the whole room because of shenanigans. You're not attending the party? I mean, I admire that, but attend the party... Oh, fine, whatever. We need resources, I think. Steel. Really, we should have steel being mined. It'll take a little while, actually. Okay, that's fine. We're just hanging on to a few things. It'll take us a little bit, but we'll get there. Alright, how are we doing here? We've got a long way to go until we've made enough blocks there. One thing I am pleased about, though, is the amount of fuses we've got, so that should be fine. So, at this point, it is the 12th of August, 5510. I'm gonna lay down a cut here, and I'll bring you back once we've made a little bit of progress and there's something to report. So see you soon. Every colonist of the female gender winces in pain. Welcome back, everyone. It is the 13th of August, and I have Valerie, Flurgles, and Horror Story out hunting some boar. We're frightfully low on food. Actually, it's quite desperately low on food. So we need to get in a bit of meat. We've done a fair bit of work around the colony, though mostly it has been in organization. If we have a look down here at Restrict, I've done a lot of work here. We now have 2 dedicated shifts, though there's a lot of flexibility. You'll notice that I've reverted to the system where I simply tell someone when to start being asleep. And then I give them a lot of time where they can choose to wake up whenever they happen to not be tired anymore. The typical way that it works is that if you assign them like an 8-hour block of time to sleep, they'll sleep for 8 hours. Whether they stopped being tired at hour 6 or in fact hour 4 or not, they'll stay in bed for a full 8 hours. So giving them the first 2 hours means that they will go to bed at that time, and barring me interfering by drafting them or something like that, they won't wake up until they're ready. If I do draft them, well, there are plenty of other opportunities for them to sleep around the place. There is 8 hours of mandated work and 2 hours of mandated joy. Now, we don't actually have any specific night owls. This is just to spread out the work so that work is being done in the morning and at night. So, for example, we have a cook in the morning and a cook at night. We have someone who crafts in the morning and in the night shift so that work is getting done all the way through the day. And in fact, splitting up your cooks like that is a really good way of doing it. Otherwise, you have this period of quite a lot of time when no food is being made. And then in the morning, a massive bulk of food is consumed. So this way, it spreads out when the food is being eaten and also when the food is being made. Now, the other thing I want to draw attention to there is I actually spent a fair bit of time prioritizing people who enjoyed each other's company and making sure that people that didn't like each other's company weren't awake at the same time. So, needless to say, Janina and Dark Aavak are not on the same shift. Right now, they're not best of friends. They might never be again. Who knows? It all depends. Please shoot again. Oh, that was a little bit too close for comfort, I've got to be honest. Now, let's get rid of the hunters, though, if we can. Inspiration. Inspired surgery. Okay. The surgery failure chance for the next surgery performed by him will be 10 times more. Wow, that's actually pretty good. It's a shame we've not got anything for you to use that on, really. Go ahead. Let's take out all of these. We need them all. The reason why we got rid of the wolves is because they were eating the food that otherwise we would very much like to have. Go ahead and just wipe that one out. And this one as well. These all need to be hauled as a very high priority, I would say. We'll tell all of the animals to be hauled as a high priority. There we go. Those ones as well. There we are. We desperately need this food right now. So we're going to wipe out the entire herd of boar. Is it called a herd? Do boars, is the term for a plural, a large group of boars a herd? I have no idea. Well, actually, that's not a bad idea since we are smelting slag, and we are actually having a little bit of trouble with steel right now as well. So let's get rid of you. There we go. And you as well, please. There we are. And you can wipe these out too. There we go. Very well done, I think. Maybe I spoke too soon. Actually, I did speak too soon. There we go. Right, okay. You're all good. Thank you very much for all of that help. Grab what you can on the way back, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. There we are. We've got food on its way back right now, which is quite glorious. Now then, we have, in fact, almost finished the work up here. Janina, can I get you to... No, we need a little bit more steel. Okay. Well, the first thing we can do then is set this one up. Now, I want these to be very similarly set up. I want to copy the settings from our meat stockpile. I want to paste it over here. But I want to make a slight adjustment. This should not be critical. It should be important, though. And it should be for meat. This one, similarly, it should be important. Sorry. I copied the settings. There we go. Let's go in there. We want to paste these in. Important, but not for meat on this one. On this one, we want hay, specifically. Let's make sure that hay is being stored. Major break risk. Yeah, Ruska is really struggling, to be fair to him. Let's have a look. A moderate amount of pain. Prisoners banished and left to die. We banished a prisoner in such a way that there's almost no way that they'll survive. Well, I mean... what can I say? Insulted, ugly environment, feeling bad, wearing worn-out apparel. You know what, Ruska? We need to get you a nicer room. I think that's going to be important. Let's go ahead and get you... What's this one? That's poor quality. This is normal quality. How nice is this? Beauty of 30. A rectangular area rug. Let's get this in your room to lift your spirits a bit, shall we? We could put it there right on the entry point to the room or under the bed. You know what? I'm going to put it under the bed. I quite like the idea. When he's getting ready for bed, he's taking his boots off. And he could just let his toes kind of curl around in all of the would they be frills? No, not really. In the buffalo wool. I imagine this would be quite a dense, thick carpet, so his toes could really work into it. It'll be a very satisfying feeling, I'm sure. There we go. Good. We're starting to see more and more food being piled up in there, which I'm extremely happy about. Now, these are preferred areas, so as things are butchered, as long as there is no space for it in these, they'll go over there. And they will be outside of the reach of our normal food supplies. If we need emergency food, however, they'll be considered. But outside of it, it's fine. This as well is on low priority, so we should be able to set this up to be hold. To make sure that these things are hold where they need to be. I don't want to accidentally tell that to be hold, however. I want these things to be stored in there if we can. There we go, that'll do. I approve. We are starting a little bit of work over there as well. And things are getting done. Dark Ant is probably going to work all the way through the night. Unfortunately, Flurgles is going to be... we need to get your bedroom set up, and that is a priority. But there are other things that are slightly higher on the list of priorities right now. We are struggling. Food is not going good for us right now, and it's definitely something that we need to get on top of as soon as we can. But now that we've got meat and straw being set up there, it's time for us to go ahead and alter our animal zones. So, we've got animal area 1, area 1. Let's just start with a new animal area. Let's set up the animal area. This should be, rename this to Animal Colony. There we are. So this is everywhere in the colony that they're allowed to be, as a general rule. So let's set you up. I'm going to say that you're not allowed... Well, you're allowed behind the turret, but not in front of them. You're never allowed to be in front of the turret. You are going to be allowed... Well, should I allow them in the farms? Actually, no. I'm going to say not to that one. You're allowed around the farms, sure. Everywhere that's internal around here, that's fine. You can even go up there and stare at all the people who are powering the base if you strictly want to. But otherwise, don't really need you going anywhere inside these farms. I will allow you to have full access to this area though. That's fine. I'll also allow you around here. Obviously, we need you to be able to have access there. As for internally, I'm going to say that you are going to be allowed in the bedrooms because there's a very good chance that people are going to take pets. You're allowed in this one. Don't go in the prisoner room. That's never going to be a place for pets. But all of the bedrooms are okay for you. Especially, obviously, dark Aavaks. And we won't allow you to have access to the workrooms. These two specifically. As for the common room, yeah, sure, you can have access to the common room. But I don't want you going in the kitchen or the freezer. Those are off limits to you. The exception is going to be the freezer for corpses. I see no particular reason to not allow you in there once the time is right. But for the time being, there's not too much reason to give you access to that. We'll set up all of these bedrooms will allow you access. And sure, that should be okay. And at this point, I pretty much want all animals on the colony only list. Don't go out. I don't want you roaming waste. The only exceptions, Yoko and Chaos, because frankly, if it's something that can challenge Yoko and Chaos, then it's probably going to be in the base soon anyway and killing most of the people here. So you're fine to go where you want. The wargs can go where they please. That is perfectly okay. We will maintain these as the main places where our animals stay for now. I will set up a barn though. That's going to be something that we're going to want to set up reasonably soon, actually. Dark Aavak, you're going to be working on making these marble and slate blocks for quite some time, unfortunately. That's not going to be something that's going to change for a little while. But there we go, seeing all of that hay being stored. That is very good to see. Very, very good to see. The hens are doing all right. Should have plenty of stuff moving in. Actually, Dark Aavak, could I get you to work on this for me? Actually, do we have a constructor? That's not something I've checked. Who? Dark Aavak, Atlas, and Valerie. Obviously, Atlas and Valerie. Wilson and Horror Story. I think Horror Story is probably going to be the better constructor. 9. Okay, so no, Dark Aavak does have a better construction skill. All right, Dark Aavak, could you please sort this out? Normally, I would prefer to wait for our top constructor to do this, any kind of work like this, but getting this door sorted is just going to remove one avenue of attack. There we are. Could you finish it? Damn it, Horror Story. There we go. That will take a little bit of weight off. Right, Wilson is doing a fantastic job cleaning the base. Well done, Wilson. Though, might be good if you didn't go in people's bedrooms while they were sleeping. That'll be something I'll have to consider. Actually, we're running low on power. Quite low on power. That's not good. That's really not good. On the plus side, at least the lamps are only turning on when they're needed. And we're back to daytime now, so there'll be time for the batteries to charge. Still, that would be a little bit better if that wasn't so immediate, such an immediate concern. We do need to get more solar panels then, I would say. And to that end, let's go ahead and build them. Can we get one there? No. Of course, the marsh. Still, getting those 3 will help. We're going to need at least 3 anyway to run the other lamp as well. Food-wise, we're actually doing all right. Getting a couple of eggs here and there. They're unfertilized eggs. There we are. We'll start... of course, yes. Yoko and Chaos are allowed in there and will haul. And so the wargs, I guess, will be doing a little bit of work in there. Dark Aavak wouldn't allow it. If Yoko and Chaos want to eat the meat in there, that's fine. Honestly, Dark Aavak would share his meal off his plate with Yoko and Chaos. And by proxy, everyone else will as well. Whether they like it or not. I really would like that to be built, though. Flurgles, you think you could put that down for me? I would like to get Ruska's room a little bit nicer. Also, I'd like to see what it looks like. I'd really like to see that. Actually looks quite nice. I will confess. That looks quite nice. Let's have a look at this room then. Mediocre impressiveness. Somewhat poor. Rather tight. Neutral. Cream. Same down there, actually. In terms of beauty. Neutral. We're going to need to work on that one. We are going to need to work on that. We can definitely sort it out, though. We should be able to get like a decoration of some sort. Maybe some kind of statue or something in there. Will go a long way to fixing people's expectations of that area. Now then, have we got enough to get this done? Where is Flurgles and what are you working on? You're building on the slate wall. Actually, no. You are, in fact, working on this for now. Let's get that going. I would like to see these mechanoids broken down, and once they're down, a shield belt. Because Dark Aavak is without one right now, and that's a little bit of a concern, if I'm perfectly honest. Considering the way the Dark Aavak likes to engage enemies, I would really prefer it if you could sort this out. There we go. Need more components. How many we got? Got 6 components. We just need the... Oh, there we go. That's going to take a long time. Wow. Okay. You're going to be working on that one for quite a while. Well, alright, that's fine. Let's get the rest of this room done. Can you reach in there? Hopefully you can. Valerie, could you build that one from the corner? Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Well done. We've almost got a new area set up. Atlas is now moving 1.5 times faster than normal. Well done, Atlas. Very well done. That's going to take a little while for Flurgles to do, but hopefully Flurgles can make a really, really good shield belt. And we'll slowly build that up so that everyone's got at least a smoke pop belt or a shield belt, depending on their main weapon of choice. We are now going to want a door. Popped in. Sure, we'll pop the door there. Shoot frenzy. Wow, Valerie's got a shoot frenzy. Nice. Very good, in fact. Right, shut down that vent, because we don't want that vent letting all of the heat up. There we go. And then finally, just need that wall set up. Next up, we're going to want some nice floors in there. Now, what kind of floors do we want? What kind of bricks have we got? We've got marble and we've got slate. We don't want to make it look like a kitchen, though. Don't want to make it look like a kitchen. Let's go for instead... I do quite like the wooden floors. We could have light wooden floors in here. Sure, we don't need anything too fancy there. We'll also then go ahead and get... Where are they? Some regular stones down there. And set up flagstones moving through. There we are. We'll have metal flooring. Well, actually, it should be metal flooring really well, just to keep a consistent theme. There we go. So we want metal flooring all the way along, and there as well. And we've almost got a room ready for someone. It's going to be happy days for one of you lucky people. You can move out of there finally. Actually, where is Valerie? Could you work on that? Ah, there we go. Okay, colonists have gathered to celebrate... Oh, what? Oh. You are attending the marriage ceremony. Happy days. Oh, that's fantastic. That is truly amazing. Ah, I love the Devil Strand fur hat as well. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, that is well, I guess we know what this one's going to be then. Let's make sure that we've got some really nice stuff in there. Do we have enough gold? We don't have enough gold. That is a shame, but oh well. Pop that in there. We are going to want an end table. We will want a dresser as well. I can go just about here. There we are. And also a standing lamp. Sure, we'll pop the standing lamp there and get a nice flower pot. There we go. What on earth? Janina? Dear Lord. Yeah, work frenzy. 2.5 times faster than normal. There was no way that was just because I was running at full speed. Okay, let's have a quick look at you. How fast do you do things? Let's see. Move speed, that's not what we're looking for. Is there any way? Global work speed is 210%. Have a look at mining speed, 440%. Right, well, you can get all of the mining done then. Right, okay, there we go. The final one, I would like to copy settings, move across. And this one should be for kibble, simply put. So nothing there, and we just want kibble. If we happen to have kibble, then that should be where it gets stored. We're not going to make a kibble for quite some time, but it'll be something that we can work on. Oh, people are just randomly moving this around. Well, that is less than ideal, honestly. Huh. That is less than ideal. What I may have to do then is swap these around. These will be critically important because it's the only place our animals will generally get their food from. And these will be of... Well, I guess we can just allow them to be equally important. But overall, I would prefer that this not take precedence, I suppose. Yeah, take care of the animals first. The ingredients, at the least, should be stored there as important. This can be critical, I guess. It isn't really a big issue. Let's go and have a look. Plenty of mining being done. This is amazing. Well done. Let's make sure we make full use of your current work frenzy, though. Pop that there. And where are the others? Got one over there as well. We've got probably gold there. Make sure that we're hitting all the ore that we can see. Thanks to the presence of those insects. They've mined out a fair bit of this place, actually. Go for that one too. Are there any other things we want? There probably are. The main thing now I'm looking for is components. If we spy components, then we want to mark those to be mined out. And I'm just gonna let her get to this as and when she can, and we'll see what she manages to mine. It doesn't really matter too much to me. If she mines everything, I very much doubt she'll have the time to mine everything. But that's good enough, right? There we go. Mine all connected doors. You're going to be busy for quite some time now. Right, okay, let's get the rest of this room built, shall we? Oh, broken down heater. That's fine. That's fine, we'll get that sorted shortly. All of that should be hauled out of there before too long. In fact, let's set up a dumping stockpile somewhere around here. Well, actually, we've got a dumping stockpile. It's just up there. So let's clear this place out so that people can move around a little bit faster. At least these parts. Let's get all of that moved if we can. There we go. Let's see. How warm is it? It's warming back up now. Wow, this place got really cold for a while. Super duper cold, actually. Visitors have arrived, but there are no guest beds, so we're going to have to send them away. Sorry, visitors, but we haven't got time for you. Much sadness. Yeah, this place really needs more heaters. There's no way around it. This place is way too cold. Really had hoped that we'd be able to man... Oh, well, that would probably have something to do with... Oh, my lord. Will someone please flick that switch? Thank you. My goodness. Because I was like, well, the plants haven't been dying before. Why are they dying now? We'll also build this out as well. Just for the sake of it, really, on that one. Right. Okay, so things are going reasonably well for the colony. We are getting this area set up. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that properly set up for being warm. I might even put a heater right there, perhaps. We will be having this wall venting hot air out of the freezer area in here. And to that, we may actually build this into a little alcove here. Yeah, we'll have a couple of vents. Yeah, that actually would work quite nicely. Okay. We'll go ahead and build that up right now. Might even have 2 heaters just to ensure that we've got the enough heat coming in. Right, what we want next then is power. And this power can run along here and up. And this runs straight through. Well, yeah, ultimately it'll run all the way across. It'll be fine. Right, well, on that note, we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed and are looking forward to the continuation. We are doing okay. I'll probably pop a separate battery down here somewhere. We've got way more fuses right now than we need. So I can just pop batteries down in a couple of places without too much concern. I might have another one in this growing area here as well. But that's it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.